And how much does it help having the coaching staff you do that has worked with Cerrone before? Do you feel like that gives you an advantage heading into this fight?
No, I don't think it makes a difference. I mean, you know, a lot of people, maybe some people might have a mental advantage in that aspect or whatever, but, you know, there ain't no secrets in this game, and there ain't no secrets in what Cerrone does, and there ain't no secrets in what I do. So we're going to go in there and go to battle either way. So, you know, once that bell rings, it's the same shit.
You have a huge opportunity here because, you know, Cerrone's on a big winning streak right now. If you get a win here, people are going to forget about that, and, you know, that's a big win for you. You're kind of looking at it that way.
Yeah, so you could look at it that way, but, you know, for me, you know, I ain't never fought before, and I ain't fighting again after. You know, this is the only fight in the world that matters, and, you know, December 11th, we'll figure out where we go from there. But right now, man, I got 110% focus on Saturday night and just putting a beam on this guy.
Do you put any, like, extra thought into, have you seen, like, the photos of his eye and stuff, what's going on there? Like, is that a target to you, or what do you make of that whole thing?
That's irrelevant to me. I mean, yeah, some people call me, tell me, you know, he's got a bad eye. I mean, whatever, I'm going to punch him in his eye, whether it's bad or good. You know, so I mean, I'll make it worse. But
who are some of your main training partners out in Colorado that you've been working with ahead of this matchup?
Brandon Thatch was probably one of my main sparring partners. I mean, you know, always training partners is always a lot of guys nobody ever heard of, right? So, you know, in terms of guys that you heard of, I mean, like Neil's got his own fight coming up, Neil Magny, you know, with Hendricks. So, you know, we're kind of going up against different styles. So, we always train together, but we didn't get a whole lot of work in. Drew Dober's fighting tomorrow, Saturday. So me and him, you know, we put in some work together and, you know, talk about how we're doing things and we work together a lot. But I say, you know, for sparring, like Brandon Thatch is probably one of the most helpful guys, man. He's so good, you know, man, such a talent. And I mean, you know, JSP had him out for his camps before. I mean, you know, he's such a talent.
And a tall, lanky guy too, kind of like Cerrone. Yeah, does that help as sort of, you know, as far as him mimicking Cerrone a bit?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really good at mimicking other guys, man. He's such a talent. I mean, you know, I can't say enough good things about him. I think, you know, if he gets his head together and puts in the right work, he's gonna be right up at the top with all of us.
Be happy to be fighting in Canada. 35 career fights, first fight in Canada. It's about time, I think.
Yeah, actually, first time. Yeah, first time in Canada.
Yeah, well, I know you've been there, you know, I know you were at 115, I think, way back in the day.
Yeah, Vancouver, yeah.
But first time fighting in Toronto, too, biggest city in Canada. I mean, it must be pretty exciting.
Well, the only other time I was in Canada, I went to jail, so.
Okay.
So I was lucky they even let me over here.
Tell us that story, please.
Yeah.
It's kind of a long story, but I think it's a pretty cool story, though. I think it was, me and my wife were getting married in Vermont, so we were driving from Ohio to Vermont. We stopped by Niagara Falls, put GPS in Niagara Falls in GPS. Get to the border, you can't turn back around because we didn't have our passports. We weren't trying to go to Canada. We get to the border, we can't get turned around. We get there and asked if we had any guns. I said no, and they searched the car. I had 2 guns because, you know, I'm going to Vermont, you know what I mean, with the hillbillies up there, you know, so we're going to go shooting, you know, travel across country, you know, try to protect my family and everything, et cetera, et cetera. I got charged with lying to customs, international smuggling of firearms. So I went to jail for a few days and then got out and got married the next day. I got out of jail. Yeah, I didn't really get to tell the story much, but now it's an absolute discharge. Everything's completely washed. I don't have it on my record anymore. You know, but I was questioning whether they would let me come here or not. But they let me in, and there's no problem now. But it's a pretty cool story, and there's a lot more to it than just that. But I gotta sum it up as quick as I can.